Are live. I'm back. Let's see if we can get into the chat before I start talking. I don't even know who's in the chat yet. Anyways, yeah, we are live. And Nova Scotia's Organic to the Land is back. I went live earlier because I woke up to the smell of smoke and to find that my area was just filled with it, and ended up having to shut the windows. And because we have as it says in the title, this is just an update on the fire that we have raging here in good old Nova Scarcity, in more particular Dalhousie, the fire that's happening in Dalhousie Road. And I have great concerns because I live on Dalhousie Road, and that smoke that I woke up to this morning is not currently here because the wind shifted. But here's the thing, folk, here in Nova Scotia, there is almost a constant breeze somewhere flowing. And I live in that zone right now where there is a breeze that is usually going. Whether it's a hot day, whether it's a cooler day, there's usually a breeze. And so that breeze shifted things. And I think that that's why there's no smoke here. But I did reach out to a friend of mine that lives very close to the fire. They said that it is still raging, and that, confirming just what I said, that the wind had shifted. They also told me that they did evacuate the area, and that for those of the area that was evacuated, they went into the homes and they put in sprinklers. I don't know what that's going to do in a raging fire, but anyways, uh, that is what's being done. My whole point is this: what they are not telling you to do is to prepare. I'm saying we should be preparing. We should also be organizing, because these fires are nefarious. They are set fires, and it'll be just a moment before that fire comes into your backyard. So for anybody that is feeling like they're setting easy right now, you might be the next one waking up to the smell of smoke in your house. And I'm talking for my people that live in my area who want to continue to move like life is normal. These are not normal days, folks. It's better to be ready than to have to get ready. Because by the time that the crisis comes upon you, you will not, trust me. Most people, once the crisis is right there, people are not thinking, hello, 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 Miss Susie, hello, Miss Revneet. I know, I can't believe this is happening. I cannot believe this is happening. And as I speak, whew, I have to keep my emotions down. But I'll tell you what, I will not wait for someone to save me. I don't need no one to tell me what's going on. I just need the right people who are going to chime in on this. I'm looking for people who are ready to organize, especially the people in my area. I see folk getting up, going to work, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I realize we all have to make our livings. But my fuck, you won't be trying to make a living when you're running with your shit. This fire is not the only thing that's going on. And I want folk to think about this. If they could orchestrate that to abstract minerals out of the ground, it's just a matter of time before it is something else. I'm here to tell you we are not in Kansas. And in fact, we ain't never been in Kansas. Because when you were thinking you were in Kansas, they described hell as Kansas. But for those of us that are woke, and for those of us that are waking up, and those of us that have been awake, and for those of us that have been speaking some of the nefarious things that are being uh, 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 spoken about now, we know it's no longer a conspiracy theory. And there are so many things. It's not a time to say, I think, yeah, that's the government. Because we like to say that and then we don't like to do nothing. Good old Nova Scotians are great for that one. Or Canadians. I'll just say Canadians. But it's nice to see that my Canadians are waking up. Let's let the world know that we are not that passive. We just don't fucking roll over and have you roll over on us. Shout out to the biker gang that is organizing right now. I forget their name. Something Riders. I salute you. I salute you. That's another thing that we've got going on. They're snatching our children. They're snatching our women. Pictou, Nova Scotia. An hour and a half for me. 2 hours for me. No, it's more than 2 hours. 2.5 hours for me. Hmm. 2 children dead. And we still have no resolution to that. But what it did do is it opened up Pandora's box in the little sleepy place that I am living in. And I thought, what can I do? I'm going to use my voice. So you're going to see a lot of me going live. And I'm going to probably be reporting on my own area. It is not a time for silence. It is not a time for fear. It is just as I said in my previous video. We got the power in our words, the power in our thoughts. It is time to put those thoughts to great use. We are witnessing what we call the breakdown. You got to go through the breakdown before we can do the build up. And you know this, that those powers to be that are doing this evil shit, they're going to come with more. So that is why there is a need for us to at least organize and get ready. What that looks like, I don't know. But it's starting right here with me, with putting this video out. I am not living in La La Land in my mind. Never have been. And for everyone that laughed at me for the many things that I did talk about, now you're beginning to see. Now you are beginning to see the unfolding of a lot of the things that I spoke to you about. Those conspiracy theories. Do I look so crazy now? Or what? Your motherfucking house gonna have to burn down? So that you can be dead right. We got Sabrina Black, I am glad to see you're okay, family. Yes, yes. Sabrina, I am. I am, I am, I am. You know, this is it. I know I come highly protected. Highly protected. And if I ever wonder why I am here right now, why I came back, and even if it was just for today, I am glad to be here. Because I'm not afraid to speak, and I'm certainly not afraid to look crazy either. So, maybe, but I do know this. I do have the ability to inspire. So we're going to inspire some folk, because there are folk I just want to mention too that are already organizing, which are just miles up the road from me. They've had to remove their animals off their land because if that shifts, they knew there would be no time to save. And as I said, that wind that blows here on a consistent basis, or consistently, depending on where you are at, because remember, we're surrounded by water. And due to the dryness, because I also live in an area that, you know what, where clear cutting is, whoa. I'm going to show you something, because I'm going to flip my camera just so that you can see. Just across that street, you see all that? And all of that, and those trees, that's just a layer of trees, folks, that you're looking at. Because behind that, for miles, clear cut. And I don't know how much you know about and understand about clear cutting, but I will tell you, this is what happens. Because they didn't come back to, they just clear cut. They didn't come back to do any other process. So you have nothing but deadwood there. Dry, dry deadwood, which is just waiting for a spark. And then you accompany that with the winds, that's when we get into problems. Anyways, what is life like where you guys are at? I'm 7. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Stephanie Lowe. This is an adult channel, and I should start saying that when I go on my lives. And so I don't think that this is the place for you to be, baby. I think that you need to exit the life as I speak, because there is going to be some things that I'm going to say that I do not want to, you know, not everything you, the 7-year-old, needs to hear. So I'm going to ask that you leave the live, please, baby girl, because this is an adult live. Just a minute. There. Okay. Got to start doing that. I don't know what it is with parents, man, today. Ah, Jello. 7 years old. This fucking internet is like can be a demon in the wrong hands. These spaces can be not safe spaces. So parents, come on, because this is not the first youth I've had in my life, and I always put adult over 18 on my videos because I know my mouth. So I said I'm going to start doing that. Anyways, um, yeah, Susie, I think I already did remove her from the conversation. I did. And so if you see anything like that, remove them. Just remove them. Because I had some clown earlier that, you know what, there's clowns everywhere. It's not that, Stephanie, you're not a clown. That's not what I'm trying to say here, but you are a child. And this is an adult conversation. Hmm. So, can Can you all tell me where you're chiming in from, and just give me an idea on what's going on in your area, like in terms of what's the energy like in your area these days? Because I'm curious about that. Some places, I mean, God, it was everything was very quiet here, quiet, and I said it was an ominous quiet, that something was ready to give, and here we are, you know. So I'm asking that, like, what is the climate where everybody's at, and just give me a shout out for where you're chiming in from. Some of you I do know, and also, what is the atmosphere like in your area right now? Because we're experiencing unstableness everywhere. I don't see them. No, they're gone. Because we finally got heavy rain. Excellent, excellent. Where did well, you guys we did get rain the other night, Sabrina, but it wasn't enough. It was like it was definitely not enough. When I tell you, I put my feet on the grass, and it's like putting it's like hay, worse than hay. Cause I walk around my bare feet all the time. Yeah, boo. Hey, Travi, Edmonton. Here, lots of rain here. Lots of rain out your way. You, hoping you guys down home get a lot more of it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling on my rain. I'm gonna keep calling on my rain gods. You do too. You got that power. You got that power. Put your feet on the ground and then just ask for the rain to come our way, because the earth is parched. And who knows? You know what? Who knows that this is not also a this no rain is not something that is being orchestrated by the same people who are able to set fires, because there is that uh, ability today. It's something called HARP, and there's many other different programs. So, and if you don't know about HARP, that is something that you need to check into. It's a computerized program that controls the weather. Definitely look into it. And they've been using it for quite some time. But most folk know, and then I'm surprised with the amount of stuff that a lot of folk do not know. But it's nice to see that you did get some rain, so I'm going to keep calling on the rain here. Keep calling on the rain. There is another thing I know that I noticed. For me, I watch my birds, and my birds have not been usually I've got a melody going right now. So studying the birds' behavior, they have let me know that there's something up. And I had two hummingbirds that were delivering messages to me all day yesterday, just swarming in my face, and that because that's not normally their behavior. They go to their feeders, they might zoom by me, but they were surrounding me, two in particular, and it was almost like they were doing a air show in front of me. But I took that as a message of something's coming, and here we are. Here we are, and there's my fire. There's the fire alarm. Fire alarm right there. So I don't know where they're being dispatched to, but there you have it. There's another thing. Most of our firemen are in another province, the province of New Brunswick, helping to fight their fires. So when I see these patterns of behavior, Something's up. Something's up. Something's up. Considering the fact that, you know what, the so-called very extreme drought dry season that we've got going on here, just saying, we need to start thinking less trusting and more thinking. Start thinking, folk, more like the sovereign beings we want to be, that we were birthed into. That is what we're supposed to be getting back to. And if we can organize, which they do not want us to do, and as long as we still have the internet, because we're going to be losing that too, when they think that we are organizing way too much, breaking off our communications. So I'm going to suggest, do whatever it is that you need to do in your area. One of the things that I'll be doing is getting a headset, walkie-talkies. Because one of the things I realized, if I did not have my phone, what the hell would I do? How do you contact? How do you get in contact with people if your phone goes down? And there's another thing that we have here where I live. The grid, not so good. Wintertime, losing our power way more than what we should. And you would think 2025, we would have not upgraded by now, once again, by design. We will no longer be able to say that's a conspiracy theory. Because when the giants start walking amongst us, and yes, I did say giants start walking amongst us, you will not be so shocked. Because we have giants, we have vampires. There's a lot going on. And yes, I said all of those things. Crazy? No, I am not. They have always been here. You might want to check out your Red Cross blood bank. For anyone that wants to sit up here and think that I'm crazy. And if you are a person that is in tune, then you're already doing your research. You've already done your research. And I'm hopefully inspiring you to do some research on these things that I have just spoken about. And please do not look away. Everyone that is here amongst us, not human. But anyone that subscribes to me, most of you are on your own path of learning, understanding, and knowing. I'm not going to make this live a long live. I did want to come and give an update. I will be probably going live again. I'll keep everybody updated with what's going on. And for anybody that watches this live, and I said it's time for us to organize, I am looking for those people that do want to organize. You can reach out to me via my email, which is in the description box of this channel. Anti-Warriors 166. I'm not really sure if that's exactly what it is. So go to the description box of my channel and you will find my email there. Okay? So please reach out to me. It is time. And let's do what we can with this resource that we have right now. That was my whole purpose in building my channel. Because I knew that these days were coming. And I knew that from even my little pocket, little me, what can I do? This is my doing. For now. And when spirit moves me to something else, it will be something else. But you know, I said during my last night's live with Revney, Winds and Reflection, I really didn't know what my purpose is, and I think I'm living in my purpose. Because you know what? All of a sudden, I got something in me that's like 10 toes motherfucking down here. Whew. And when I think of the animals in this area, whew, Spirit definitely has me here for a reason. And don't let these motherfucking tears fool you. Because that's showing you just one side to how I am feeling right now. You really brought the warrior out of me. You're fucking in my back door now. Anyways, I will be back later on with an update, and stay safe, people. Keep your head on a swivel. And yeah, I said keep your head on a swivel. These are not normal days. Check everybody that comes across your path. In the meantime, until my next update, peace out. Make a great day.